Na miensa abo apaho simano enai abusia emamunyina ha. Hello 101.5 so eni mofancha yese mabreno apaho akọ enimu na eyahubwa enana yeye ediaba. Abusia atena se na miensa bremo edikasebo no ebrewa titiriw dodo na ejina akohumasika. Yede abraya a yede bebo ye ho brafie mpino ene aduino mieno. Se betimi apense kasemu ediamawa. Yamfa seda emanyumakua omo eso yesene awe no miensa kasebo no mu.
Ya de be my 21st clinic come na ye expect basiatic mam. Usisi yawo siremu ote yawo no. Sebi utuna se wenam onam nyina na yentini ne sa ho na etwe no. Fakọ 21st onte yawo biem. Ya refu from bia dani pedua no so. Oma ye crowd so ombehwo. Lab ho scan otwa bi. Oye massage and machine treatment ka ho. En wa be 21st canteen wo wa benya bibi edi. En onti ya no akọ no nson ekọ. Fufuo adwene kwan benku ni hawo Accra Domi Market Evidu Dynam Kumase ehwa overseas omoto Alpha Radio so sunyane text my girls secretary enemy ankaye for 21st clinic 0540 311 311
and the Max Marketing Limited ni ye ene de sasa chili sauce aba de onya ne dokono de onya ne mo anase jollof fried rice wo de onya potato ana fries anase banku na indomie na watwa sasa chili sauce bi ede gu ho edi no otede yi ba na ekoyi nso sasa chili sauce ede akakadro emeko ane garlic ena ye eninti se wunya bi egu aduane ho a enya adefon bi akeke eye niema eye hwehwade obade bobremu di acha ye nenu a ene de aye wo pede wo sahye mu anase wo pede wo eto mu de osika beso bo modin bora ABC mate wo patase na kojode mo amutu bi akoton no mo friend 026 5228389.
Na Giftama Group Limited adwene ye ho sen aya na enuane ayetadi no anwagum anwano so na se wudi no wani papa bonsa masade adantiri num na ntiri masisi na de yare bebraba eno nti Giftama Group Limited omuko Italy approach memo omuko ye omo de Dante extra virgin olive oil ena Dico peanut seed oil eno makofa de abam na sa Dante extra virgin olive oil ayeken we de ode ye na cholesterol sem bia ni mo we ye ne kwan so eye papa eno nti obi anto bi mfanya na aduane ne ye wo tie de wo ye bia aya fa Dante extra virgin olive oil ye e ma no kra so butimi de ye muti e mate nwini fuku ha mu ye dukama de wo pe olive oil de abompa ye no Dante extra virgin olive oil eno so wo e de ma no eno no me kai wo say ye wo 1 liter 500 ml and 250 ml ho Dico peanut seed oil no so no ya ne kama say ehwemu wo de tie aduane a efrefre dom eno de 1 liter pen ho na de kama ko ba bia ye tonton sa ne ma supermarket bia mu for 0246 068 746
Kumasi Technical University si main control say bomode na bra every say nimdie we ehire and into nimdie be hire a emfa ho any results say D7 ewom ana say e-passes ebi ewom eno ano no say wo kondo say obesa your masters master of technology bachelor of technology higher national diploma technician ana say professional programs B ana say when je ho say oil and gas engineering medical lab technology accounting with computing options na person we ya akwanya wo de ma ACC CILT na afei adisuade ahodo bebre ye programs na dosum ko kstu.edu.gh/academics/programs na ko hwe programs ayewo na kwato forms ni bi our regional post office okwa abanye biato aya for 054-142-7540
na yemfa sedane bi ema specialized drinks any nisu papa busu krom wetu dodo akonkranza for 0241-774-825
Best Assurance Company Limited, your protection is assured. Bomodena free na insurance policies in ayenyama 050-15225 for way any enyumakia Esu yasene ama yakwakofa no miensa kase bono aba. Ensemo ye de bramo de di mu akotene business enne awie to some for Edimo, my gun, and I no see your grandche ye, and some of the two Johnny B and say. A fadia and Mebuna are one of our may mumo say for say, yet the Jumedia who do be welcome more, Ebema Moya and Juma. Ayo.
And now for to somebody to just say, Utu kana ufa Ghana quantum ponswa, Tobu Tinaya who do how could see at all one, ye yielding in every coin so.
Kumase, yes, and say Mantemo, Mukropono, Mate, dead name, must say for say. Yes, say a choir ye interchange, and Makumako enum, and ye baby ye Ukumasea.
Abino so a resa bibia koya or did ye levy beba, some Obama in nation yet to sano and talk a crabebasso.
Nako for Bebro and Pimo, Adria Sami San, and then Juma. Ayo.
And have a warriors or the National Development Bank beba said ye beya, and you man kuma or better bosia ediabwa unuma.
And some way near Siko so, Essie and Kunya, I ever be Sidicosama Mona when ye be at sea, ye Facebook, Ubehuye, YouTube, ye na fe, ye Instagram, and your social media handles, Nina so. And some of the boss one and no pepe, and a for drink, no ever found one for bra. Obet video for your WhatsApp line, no, I was 026. 517036 for our drinchre efa and some you never bra ebekin kind sa amamo ohiniri ajua aprebi enibide me name
mame amase wa bracketi
encha ye na my Ghana ye foto samfo emunyamfo Ken Oforiata odina no esi ye next mo de betu dwana eye my Ghana ya konmasika ye de bewura efiem pino ani adwenu mienu mu na akonmasika yi eba se ya na osinikoso de adwuma eba de fa eto ho de yenya ye afi atwemo ani adewu sisi nyina akoso ngakra ani enwuma hodo abare de sna ni so oba be nyina da osinikoso emobia etibi na ofan bi and so sia da me de etu dwa eye bunu ya ewo omayimo aye sori ade chise bia Yesu yenya adwuma nyo ye namba banchire obia epa asama kan na wonu ma wie school wonu munya adwuma nye ye ba ban yitiri so ene ade enne foto samfo awie ni nkasa ye mu no wode atudwa se wonu ade enhihye ye agu akwammo se de be ya mabunu benya adwuma yo enya se adwuma se wa fak ikrata na wa twere so be pa adwuma ye na ebomo akwanya be ma wonu ankasa abie na adwuma na enam so no so afa afoforo adwuma efise ehihye pa wodi gu akwammo na no be ya kono ama wonu se omo ankasa betimi abie enwuma na atimi aboa ama wonu ma enya adwuma nye omayimo no eso ate yentie sebe onunyamfo Ken Oforiata okanafai.
Yes, while 58.2% constitute the population below 18 years. Mr. Speaker, with this youthful population, there's an urgent need to provide the necessary environment for the private sector. In this regard, government will implement a major intervention to empower existing private sector businesses to be robust and dynamic, to expand and create jobs, while giving a strong hand up to the youth. Mr. Speaker, in the past 15 years, successive governments have endeavored to implement various employment schemes to partially address the unemployment situation in the country. In 2006, President Kufuor initiated the Youth Employment Scheme, which provided meaningful employment avenues to many of our youth. Since then, we have implemented a number of such schemes, with the current ones being NAPCO, 100,000 youth covered, YEA, 80,538 beneficiaries, afforestation, 44,682 youth engaged, National Alternative Employment and Livelihood Program. In addition, government has employed some 295,000 into the public sector payroll since 2017 alone, and in 2021 alone, financial clearance totaling 72,825 has been granted. Mr. Speaker, in spite of these efforts, we continue to have a huge number of our young people without jobs. Mr. Speaker, this budget is redefining our development paradigm by focusing on the private sector, particularly on entrepreneurship development. We will build an entrepreneurial nation by aggressively implementing programs that empowers the majority of our young people to employ their God-given talents to take risks and become job creators instead of job seekers.
And some of the two general, the Okayena and the say. Ebrena so adiachia esen wo my Ghana nipa ne edo so no na e wo say ye de hye egu akwan mo na titiru ankronkro adwuma ne ye ma wono ma hode wo say be ye emfie dunum a edi ne mu besene ko aban bi obaba so biara no oye na afamu die esen ko de bo ama wono ma enya adwuma no nkeso etie na so wono ye wono ma afamu die entimi ankwa goduru ba biara wo say ebi a e hyase mampani emfie mpino ene ensia mampani na da akofo e na wo de national youth employment eba ye edidi so so aba and as a CA de eye adwuma eye napo na sameka say wo munyina eye biya wono de boa kese mabunu a onya adwuma nye no ebenya bibi ade ama wo mo ene obobo so enipa hodo yafa wo mo anenti wono manya bibi ade wono mapraba no ebo na ema endam so wono ma aba adwuma yemu kwa yatimi afa wono so ekwanimu pa na de woka ade akosia ne say ebra so say ye ba ye oman a emu nipa no mabunu wo mu ni dwuma bi die no e wo say ye ma environment ebe hye wonu mu nkran ebe ma wonu ma hoden na wo ma nkasa timi abiebi wonu mu nyuma eni nti ya hye ankrokra nyuma abia ma wo ma hoden wonu ma akosoa abie nyuma ne bia ka ho no na e wo se ede hye pa so gu akwan mu se ebe ba se mabulu wo ma nkasa be bie wonu ma dwuma na nkoba se wonu mum enam ehwehwe adwuma se de ebe ya ebe timi aboa na wonu ma enya dwuma ya de akisa edoso no eso ebete ewo mayimu
Yanko and Sanfu from now for to some for bra with Jina and Rasamedjafie no as Sanfu from Casade fan won NSM. Wobit is Shamuna or two Quanya, ya quantum power dono, ya baby or wow bedrono, not yato a year barrier, at the trail, yato sap and pimling na NSA. Who papa to yes kakakra, your friend said road toll no, a twakakra, ye just said ye beya, about quina so sia, ye day. Nelson and saying, Adia Yamun said, Ghana this year do na dane ho edwem na nya dwakeke no mu dio wo ma fa ho amasabi so kokoduwa ya na efi ni ade a egu ho no e ma ho ye basa wuyi wei e de to nchen a enam enema ahodo mo to ba bia gi sa to ni nti obedu to budu ho no so no na chese traffic esi ho no e ya ade a ano esepa enti akonia badie ya na e ma branye tententen e kwan nkobi di donjure betwa no owe e bia na donjure ba akone eno so ya ade a e ya tete ya en soda emwa omai Ghana eno so ntina sese de aban na ye ne se wo man ya kwantempo agodo baby a ye di to boot ese obi e de ehyan nama wo tu ato kakra wo ho no ye yiri nyina free ho na ye free ho so no ade se ye fo mo adwuma wo mo te ho egege sa to no ye behwe se ye bepe baby fofra ye de omo e behye
ye guso ewo akwantempo ewo ensemo a
This is the situation in many countries. However, over the years, the tolling points have become unhealthy market centers, led to heavy traffic on our roads, lengthened travel time from one place to the other, and impacted negatively on productivity. The congestion generated at the tolling points, besides creating these inconveniences, also leads to pollution in and around the vicinities. To address these challenges, government has abolished all tolls, slip roads, and bridges. This takes effect immediately. The budget is approved on appropriation. Toll collection personnel will be reassigned. The expected impact on productivity and reduce environmental pollution will more than offset the revenue foregone by removing the tolls.
Na just said the all can you nay. We should see pie a yagu and how a dempana, Sikaka cran cry to Osono, and Sada Embua, Yasam, and my phone also, yam ya woman keke, ya baby do a master Ghana for to stand for, on ya for Ken over Riata.
Na Akan so ensam yera eno de atudwa say afi de wonom eti e de asi asante mantemo ya kwan ahodo ya traffic ebo peso emie kase traffic itimi soaso oje hu ba bia enye efrese ba bia wo no akwakwa ajeje kwan okoti na enye yie so obefa ho no mom we aka ho bi amom say interchanges makomaku enum wonom eba ba ye ewokumase ha amaye mu ahariye o traffic no ho ebi ayefo okrum omso meye interchange ho so am runabout ebe interchange ho be kwa runabout ebe interchange ho airport runabout na yentie sede ken oforiaton munyamfo kan fire
Junction Bolivar Bridge, Eastern Corridor Road, Solar Wall Road, construction of 5 interchanges in the Greater Kumasi metropolitan area, including Swame, Santase, Airport Runabout, and Oforikro. Mr. Speaker, in addition, our public-private partnership program for the financing, construction, and management of road infrastructure has 3 projects at different stages of preparation. Agratema motorway PPP projects, the financing arrangements are being completed and construction will commence in 2022.
On munyafo ken oforiata yakwan no na afi wotidisi nkranye ne wono ma akade oboboso ema yetiye
na ononyafo ken oforiata nkasa emu biem no eno se Ghana ban atena se ayenhihye bi se eto no ebra ye twitwa bi efiri ho no na ye hwe kwan so ebefa so a ye benya kakra o ba bi fofora omen ye betimi dia bo enho bra na so aba obi atimi atibi adi eno so nti no se ena abafo kwan so ene nam eye bibia eno so nti abafo kwan so to wode bi eba edi ebeda so electronic transaction levy ana say yi levy utwaniti a sa ena obefre no na no nkyeremu kakra egwom enesem ebra obi koye mobile money payment no ye beje eto kakra ewo so obi ye bank transfer wodi sika free wo bank account mu akoba bi fofra eno so kakra ewo so wo merchant bi okoye payment a eno so ye beje kakra ewo so na eno no enye kese wo so mo hwese wo ha mo chichemu baako echiripo enso ne enum 1.75% ena o hwese wode ebeto so na eno no oni kra wodi sika ne kode friends sender no wono no otua se sika no amanhye no akoye wo kyerese edu baabi a ewo so man no ye de nyina hu gimu na baabi a ehoye no ye nya kakra ni free baabi na afi ye de akoso baabi enye nanso o ka kire manfo se bia enne mobile money wodi bi kosendi obi na sika no edu 100 Ghana cedis ana edu 100 cedis de a sa to no enya de a ebeba so eno da krope na bia per day 100 Ghana no eno de wuntua hwe ewo so ene so asensan so wuntua hwe wo so na mom every 100 Ghana cedis eko na ebi su kra waya abro baako no eno de 1.75% no ebeba so.
It has become clear that there's this enormous potential to increase tax revenue by bringing into the tax bracket transactions that could be best defined as being undertaken in the informal. After considerable deliberation, government has decided to place a levy on all electronic transactions to widen the tax net and rope in the informal sector. This shall be known as the Electronic Transaction Levy or E-Levy. Mr. Speaker, electronic transactions covering mobile money payments. Mr. Speaker,
ene na odampa we ayononya for Ken oforiata
afe yenti emfa ensi abaya hodo a wonom eba kro hyehyɛ ya wo mudi gu akwan mu ehwɛ sɛ mabunu wobɛma wonom pa bi adie ne bi edi kan ekire mu sɛ mampenda da akofo pɛ so wɔ the National Youth Employment by kakra yeba bedru YEA say the aba bedro napco ya eno mampani nana adodankwa akufo ado ne pansi ode aba na ehyehyeye a na ewo napco no ho se wawie suapon sanso bia wawie suku a wotifie wonni adwuma bia di no ba mode na kopet napco ni bi fa wodi fa ho hyem na ado ho hyem a wobenya adwuma no munim de ka de potaka se experience ni bi se eba sa na se aban ye fa adwuma ye fa nipa ewa adwuma bia mu a ye di kan ehwe wo ya wayɛ adwuma wɔ napco no mu na wo ho nimdeɛ no ne afa wadwuma ampara mampanimfo de saa wɔsie ayɔyɔ sɛ enam napco entity yi so no enipa a wɔyɛ adwuma wɔ enwuma hodoɔ mu no wɔnom ɛyɛ empem aduasa miensa 33,000 people.
The napco program was designed as a temporary stepping stone for young graduates for a period of 3 years. In the last 3 years, 100,000 young graduates have benefited from the NAPCO program. With over 33,000 trainees already securing jobs, government will work to ensure that the remaining NAPCO trainees are effectively supported to take advantage of the opportunities USAS presents. Mr. Speaker, in response to the COVID-19 pandemic, government under the able leadership of His Excellency President Akufo-Addo quickly developed a 100 billion COVID-19 alleviation and revitalization enterprise program, what we call the Ghana Cares Over Tampa program. This blueprint, which brought instant and significant relief to our people, is revitalizing our nation by improving the business climate, supporting the private sector, and providing job opportunities for the youth. Mr. Speaker, the revitalization of the Cares Over Tampa program has 3 key thrusts. The first is to support the private sector, particularly in agribusiness and manufacturing, ICT, and digitization. The second thrust is to aggressively support entrepreneurship in order to create job opportunities for our growing and increasing educated youth. The third thrust is to optimize implementation of government transformation agenda for greater results.
Onimonyamfo Ken for Riata for to Sanfo. Let's modi to Jabi Efa Napco for when you Jumano home and yet see no.
Na Samfo for being so innocent. Abai no ever say, ye did National Development Bank ebeba, we ebe sika krabia sronkwa, ebe si wadiama ankra wabie enyuma de ye enkuma, de ye adantemu, wama muton wadie, eni mpo edru baby akuafo ebemu no, ekobasa omu hia bosia, anase ebia emwabi di atre edwuma no mu, na omo de afa afufuro bia, ya no omo berepa. Enu ti se National Development Bank ne ba, eba be so safo na sene, abo mu sika semu, eni hisa akodo a ebe mo magina pinti.
With the establishment of the Development of Ghana, government will provide a powerful response to a long-standing desire of our businesses to easier access to medium and long-term loans at affordable interest rates. Not only will the Development Bank of Ghana, as a wholesale bank, provide loans to financial institutions, it will also provide partial credit guarantees to complement the efforts of GSL in agriculture and agribusiness. Mr. Speaker, following the extensive financial sector reforms, coupled with the establishment of the Development Bank of Ghana, the conversion of the Ghana Amalgamated Trust into a permanent investment vehicle, we now have a robust financial ecosystem that will support businesses from early stage to mature stage.
Where ye ononyafo Ken for Riata Ghana for to Sanfo.
Na ebra wade ensem no etu edwa no ye ncha ye kura ye chirechire ba komo eto ofofra aba eno de mobile money so ne da o send sika na no ye ba beti wo no aye kan protocol sa mu se e-transaction anase e-levy na eno ena aye onwonyamfo General Mosquito o ye chirechire ni edema NDC amanyukuo no wo se eho adabraka na ebisa no ebra ye de nsem itu ja wiye no sei ena General Mosquito kai.
The game of the day, and it penetrates to the rural areas, the unbanked population. They do small money. So if you are taxing that one, and you are rather cancelling road tolls whose incidents fall on vehicle owners. It means that it is not a pro people budget at all. You are taxing the very hot. I'm saying that you don't maximize revenue at the expense of people who are overtaxed. If you want social justice and social equity, you look at, in terms like this, you look at which taxes you talk about, whose incidents will fall on those who have. Because our principle is that from each according to his means and to each according to his needs. So those who have money in difficulties like this, you tax those ones, and then those who can barely make ends meet, you give them some stimulus package. But they are rather doing the opposite. So cancelling the road toll and then bringing e-tax is a very regressive move. I'm happy that they spoke about the need to tap into property rate. Of course, that is a very progressive way of taxing, because there is real estate boom in the economy, and many of the properties have not been valued for centuries and so on. It is an area that must be tapped rather than introducing. Thank you very much.
Wei ayo onwanyamfo Johnson na say dunketi adwera mosquito wase yahyen yakwanso eto na yetua road toll no ayetwemu no eno de ono wo munyadwene na emom sa wo sande sika komo obi ayaba bete wo na say enuanom e wo nkurase etu no wo munyina e ba betua bi eno nso eda enchen a eto ofufro wase de ayimbo ne ka ho yi
yi lebi no ana de
ready sa if you bubu otua no no so mo di aba no wase ene de ono mo ya adwene fiso bu ha wo si di fie be yesa di wo nie sa ye tua ye sa ba be ye sachira mu e be kona ni wasensei so bu ha wo si di fie wo nkonkofa estate ho for ma be value the dino card say si ni be ye fie die nu ene fie duni ene ni bo gina sei se ba se ye tua abroach nom de sa wo mutua no e hwe wo da no ne bo ene so e dia do fi bubu oto na Ghana de ende ye nye ne sa inti sa asachaye ne de ende ba ase dun ketia se de eye pa na bum se road toll de o ma wata o mo ka ne nam so digo so wo mu ne tua
asem sebe ma yankofo from him ononya for Ken Oforiata kasa yemu no en wasisa wo hwa bese emfie kakra ni en na Ghana emofra kosuku a wo mu didi kwa na nso nya omu nyina na so mo so bra bi atwa mo ba hu se abofra be kosuku wo ba hu na sabio na ni ma ebosa ba bisa no na kwom de ne pa wonum sa ya asepan so de ya na ye mfa nhyamenti mofra no kwa no ye kire o ma de ya no omu hu no en na aban ye nsoso ya wo de de friend school feeding program e ba ye ama schools ahododo na e na bia kodu ene ye mai ewiomunya bibi podwe mu omanim yesresere wo motena se ne ye kire o made a wo mutimi tie pedwe o msaka bi e ma bibi akoyie nanso ade hye dodo na ka se schools na ewo mu no ense da enoso ene esesi ade Ghana photo samfo say aban ne si afia ye bekom wo mo ye nhye ya school feeding program bekom no e be doso pa wo mpese so emofra dodo na so.
The Speaker of the Ghana school feeding program fed some 3.5 million pupils in 10,832 public-based schools with one hot nutritious meal every school-going day in 2021. This number will increase to all primary school students in the coming year. The program provided employment for some 32,496 caterers and created a ready market for local farmers. Mr. Speaker, the LEAP program paid 5 cycles of cash grants to 344,000 households and registered 76% of all LEAP beneficiaries onto the National Health Insurance Scheme. In 2022, government will facilitate the disbursement of the bi-monthly cash grants to beneficiaries.
Any ayeti ye Ghana photo samfo Ken Oforiata efa Ghana school feeding program.
Ebra photo samfo munyamfo Ken Oforiata wode emfiempino ene aduanum yenu akwa wo masika no honsam etu dwa ewie yarra ana dom kuma no ase ene ye wonso e wo bika ene ye wonso wo bika ene na hwan ne wo bika ye bo edipini adwumako enya ne siam abato mpasua no wonom emra hye bedwani odmunyamfo Kessel ato Forsen na ensemo a ono so kan ye enie.
The 2021 budget indeed set the following macroeconomic targets. The first one was that the overall real GDP growth will be at least 5%. Non-oil real GDP growth would have been 6.7%. End period inflation will be 8%. Fiscal deficit they had projected 9.5%. They also projected that the primary deficit will be 1.3% of GDP, and the gross international reserves to cover will be up to 4 months of import cover. They also projected tax revenue of 72.5 billion. But even as we await the end year outturns after the first quarter of next year, there is an ample evidence in the provisional outturn presented in the budget for the first 3 quarters of the year to show that many of these targets will be indeed missed.
We aye on for Kessel ato forsena woye adwuma kon enyan asiam emrahye bedwane abusia had the no me saka se bono ese no manfo bi enso de wonom adwenkyere aba yemfa ento aso kwasi ben de a ode efri adweso besia se no say mampani na na dodan kwa akufo ado waka nyina da bibi ewo Dr. Baumiemu ya ewo se epie ne mfie na de wono akora de aboa o my Ghana no esombo pa
Oga wuli ni dey and was say Dr. Baumia and Nanado abai oma yise bia magana for pa no ma ye bibiom de kwa digeta abefu kwan sukra no ebeboa yebu we afa so proyene keta so se be ye fronti NDC omya propaganda me hia enkusiaga
emianim ne manifre die a metese ye dia kwa masika hodo etu dwafi bia no afia kwa masika e dia yakenkan a kire mi Deni mu shams na fibia de Lampard edifra manfro
Ensroda ewotepa no was many aje papa budget papa no rankan dia ba no na okenkan ye no wutim se beboa ma emabunu pe wo Ghana ha o ma benya adwuma nti budget we de emu da hokre
anye na teacher Kofi offense kaira se wo boa onmunyamfo kanoforia tei enim guasia kwa masika ena de betudwa no
Ena Charles Owusubuache was meeting with life e wo wiamwase na me the finance minister se papa and budget kama wodiaba was say the on the also messagea interchange nkronkro enum na omso be okumase no said o masha bono monye o manembre
Yamponsa the free crow fa himfie Edward say me gidi se enne NDC for and akrokrobeche wo mo ntimi na efri se sa akomasika eye enidaso akomasika
Comment sample tu no si budget papa pen ye we de eye agin kwa budget ampa na any size kra
se Joe edi efri ayensua JHS offense so and was say afi akomasika yakinkan idie eye fantastic pa
Adu Jamfi Eben and was say where the ojuso domiabra was a Ghana so for his kasem so budget papa pan or the bag you know which is on mine ye that ebe string
teacher Kujo Tepa and was say sa ya kwan so eto ejije road to na ye efri ho de de mianim ni gina yesia papa na was wo twa onmunyamfo kenoforiata wo twene process wam
Ena se Kobi ewa kaswa ena se budget we youth center na tese agwonmasika de dodro na akese no efa emabu no ho enti mampani ye dase ene agenkwa budget awde aba
Martin Edweso ena was say agenkwa budget die yeda wase pa na enne yate asem de atadwe yate denne na wono de ose wonte ye se NDC for aye omodo bi omo honabe ontie de NDC for beka kra
Enna Lillian Akosia Bediakon, one on some say, abai, na roto was where ye through. Papa, ye ya, and then also the Yileviaba. Mobile money kaka ye kwakwa so, or the two abatuso. Not as all the Akosia road, dear, and abai bear granny one in Ghana for who say.
Dem ma ena Pogasti, dear, dinner the abba, and Walker say, Akomasika we dear, so the you war and Debbie Chira. Unimara na we die emu de papa
adu atu aso
ene na champion take 5 kumase asokwa no say when him say and this for one better to pity one be collapse esan asem de ya ewo budget monti a shock one more kra na sa electricity ho nsem ne de ka ho ni nyina eto ebetwa teacher council share wi amoase and was wo tie agenkwa budget ni ewie ye no afei de obone nsem na na do say share men no bo fedu adumasa no say enyamie nim ni ye ni friend sa konhumasika ya onmunyamfo kan ofuriata abekin kan ye na ebra wo se okan wie no se wayɛ ne kwan so pepepe oyibo boaten atweman ne behi and wo se wo gidi se saa adwempa budget wei ebe solve oman yi yesika sabli edwedie wo nsem ha wo nyina da ebe so no oga wili nkawie and wo se Dr. Baumia ene na nado wonom ewo nhihye ye pa ene adwempa na ni nyinara beso abapa amagana fo nso edisu ababi crispo fufuom ene wo se saa ban we pa de nyame anim ni oyade o wayade pa na Ghana fo nso ani agye ne ho ntimum nyina yentai na chi ensuro da tepa ene wo se saa budget we honorable kenoforiata abakinkan ni ekire se aban we owo Ghana ho adwen papa
Afemi fast today Emma Group Limited ni be ko mo so yesene wo mo de Dante extra virgin olive oil and a Jico peanut seed oil and aba entu pe anwa papa sadie cholesterol ni bi enim na enkotete wo ma entinu nsisi dia ya to Dante extra virgin olive oil aduane bi afa bi tse fa bi ye be ye de so no so say madi yo muti yeye asofo de bompa ya yeye 1 liter 500 ml 250 ml and a Jico peanut seed oil upa nwa ede akono na ehwam dia 1 liter pe na wajibi ko Dante extra virgin olive oil odwumakuo no ukom ho abenya bi wa frɛ wo manase leading shop nyina mu ya frɛ 0242 404735
and the mass marketing limited ne de sasa chili sauce aba edidi bon edidi bayira ya chie benko indomie aduane bia wodi ayede ebo abomum ye no fa sasa chili sauce egu ho ne fa bom ebe ye wode ye wode o sachet mu de ene wo de wo entoa mu de osika beso bia to ABC Mart patasi benye bi ho Brahima Abdum PZ opoku trading and leading shops ebi ho no mo se opese okotu bi koton dia 024-948-8785.
Yam fast da Emma 21st clinica. Wom na ye expect basiatic ma. Ebre bia osisi be ya oya oti ya no wasabi uto na se ho. Ena musire mo asiatic no no. Enti na ba twetwe papa udi na ngina utenentina. Na enso ko 21st a ombe mo anya hoto. Ya wie foforo bia da ni pedua na sofa ko ho. Omo lab e basika no twabi. Massage nka ho machine treatment ho. 21st canteen so nti de obedie mo. Ma ye kokoma se ehwa overseas. Omo to Alpha Radio so branches na de ebru du Ghana 0540311311.
Kumase Technical University say mukita D7 ewo passes mu grace no mo anase ewo mu bie no eno entimi mu abam entimi ntua wakono de and into so person oil and gas engineering medical lab technology accounting with computing options anase ACCA CILT and now any other masters bachelor higher national diploma technician and professional programs be an brand be ye forms na makacho say wo call kstu.edu.gh/academics/programs obenyu ye forms ni nyinada ye programs ni nyina na selected ye wo pay forms no original post offices no benye biato Zenith Bank UMB Bank and Access Bank so bi ho obetimi a dial *389*610# *389*610# or dial for our phone so obetimi out of forms no ebi frame was 032249653
na se uwo program bi ebeye na upe drinks any so dia serve dia aya mananya special ice drinks any mineral water papa sip the open grapes the open strawberry emu apple your special orange ni malt ho ni energy drink ni cola nyina ka ho any this special mineral water ba ensu crojin papa bi sachet water kan we on the dispensers ebusu wo krom na utu dodo e konkranza 0201301229
best Best Assurance Company Limited, your protection is assured. Yon krabata for free was me police station nechi one monokoho. Despite a jumano ebi enono. Koyo insurance policies in our motor vehicle insurance, fire and allied perils insurance, burglary insurance, accident or risk insurance, homeowners insurance, good in transit insurance, and a bonds insurance. Any afufro pie kaho abitimi akwakoye bi. Aya friend yanto ye bossy enchichimu enchro 050-872-6105. When you makia, I saw your son, my cofa no me and Sakasebono Ebaye, Dark Kenneth obey the master planners to Rosie Kojobodu, Margaret na Bena Eja Poma and na Afe or a Maba one in Brant of me and a boy chidom. Kwame well done a dear call your social media handles in so. Na yanswa ye baby yenide or hiniri ajoa a prebi enemy G mene.
Mame amase wa bracket.
Yede a kwanso beverage medino eto so the munyina sima mo enitia etwinam.
Hey, close up, ever fresh air, ever fresh air, ever fresh air, ever close up.
Hey you, all new close up ever fresh no. Idea na sesa. To say I was triple fresh formula be a who wonum a boss search room by na do no say from. It's sunny niama miensa eye antibacteria a kusia enum ya wa purifying gel. Ani akadia e ma yenum duo a ya ka bom nti. E wo ho yenum boy yenum ye search room by free and mo nyina ne ma yenum ti say kama the mo nyina. Close up ever fresh. Kona ko je wo there. FT ya je twa di nka to ya